Okay, we're live. Let me clean off my lens here. Okay. Boom. See if that works. Okay. Get my iPad, and then we'll chat. Okay. Oh, iPad's at 16%. Okay. Live. Okay. One watching. There I am. Got my desk in the background there. All right. Cool. All right. Well, here we are back. Where do I begin? First of all, I guess if you're watching this, I'm sorry that I promised on Sunday that I would stream, that I would do a little live to recap Sunday, the fourth day of the games, and I didn't do that, and I can go into that, but yeah, let me. Just looking at the screen, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on my face. It's a little far, and okay, let's see if that works. Okay, so sorry, yeah, I feel bad. I don't know how many people were waiting slash hoping that I would kind of give a recap of the last day, but I had a couple friends that we wanted to go out. Tyler, Danny wanted to go out, and there's some like back and forth, and I don't know. Long story short, I didn't make it, so I wanted to give a little bit of time to. And also, I mean, I think it worked out though because I have a little bit more time to kind of on my own in my own mind kind of go over it, see how it went, you know, um, and kind of yeah, I guess decompress slash analyze. I don't analyze isn't the right word. More like just be able to summarize. I mean, I think there's certain things that I'm going to forget because of the fact that I was, it's just not as fresh. But it's also just one event. It was pretty short, and I mean, I think I can pretty much summarize it by saying it was really a fun. It was a really fun last event that kind of felt crazy, and there was a bunch of stuff going on. We like arrived and then tried to immediately, as soon as I got um, to the convention center, I started playing around with the jump rope. Got a feel for that. The single unders, which is not, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. It was pretty reasonable. It was pretty decent. But then, what did I do? I just tried to warm up. Let's see. I was tried to warm up my toast bar a little bit to see because that was really going to be the thing that made it or break it for me. And sure enough, I was leading in the first couple minutes, like first minute or leading slash in 2, 3 positions somewhere in there, like kind of neck and neck with Tyler, going back and forth. And yeah, at one point I think I was right up there with Victor. If anything, I was like, if I might have even been beating him. As soon as I think we got to the sled pull, Victor pulled away, and then I wasn't able to really keep up. So, uh, but I think I was right there, right neck and neck with Tyler, with the overhead press, and then jumping onto the echo bike for I think 20 calories, which I think I played a little bit conservatively in my mind. Like I should have just gone like full send, but it was also not the worst thing because when I hit the burpee broad jumps, I think I was also a little bit gassed, and I couldn't really get down in the right position quickly enough. But anyways, I was still like fine, doing fine though. It wasn't like I was really far behind. I think I hit the toast bar only like right immediately after Tyler, and I couldn't really tell what Thoreau was doing. But in either case, what happened then was I knocked up three toes to bar, pretty much just like singles, jump on, hit it, drop off, jump on, hit it, jump off, jump on, hit it, and then at the end of the day there, I was and then oh no, on the fourth time I got no repped, and then I got no repped again, and then I got no repped again because my either I got super close or one foot touched and then the other foot touched and it had to be simultaneous, and so the judge was like, no rep, it has to be simultaneous and telling me, and so long story short, I think I like am slamming my hand down onto there was a box right there next to me, and I was like saying like, oh, and I don't know if anyone got that on screen. I felt kind of embarrassed later. Anyways, so I was pretty pissed and just like I'm like right there, and I see Tyler finish, and then I see um Thoreau finish, and he kind of like walks, and I knew that I had been trying to beat him. That was kind of my goal, just to kind of see if that would mix up any of the points. It didn't end up really making a difference, though, I think. Danny was kind of clarifying that, but yeah. So long story short, you know, I finished fifth again, like in that event, and then I was good for fifth overall again. And I was talking to Danny later about it, and he was saying basically like with the numbers and the scores and the way it was all like the top four guys were all like much more close. I mean, I should say the top two, three, four positions were all like super close. So that was Artem, me, and then sorry, Artem, Tyler, and Thoreau. I was kind of like a little bit out of the bubble at this point by the fifth event, so he was like, "Yeah, you could have like showed up completely drunk at the end of the day there, or like just not showed up, or you could have won, and it would have like I was like destined for fifth." So it was kind of funny how that goal that my brother's girlfriend kind of prompted out of me of, oh, I think fifth would be good, ended up being like basically exactly like a self-fulfilling prophecy of what happened. So someone just texted me. I just want to see. I don't think. I don't know if it came in here. Anyways, so yeah, super cool, um, super cool event overall. I think I just got back from the gym. I was seeing some of the people from the gym here at the neighborhood and recapping things, sharing things, and a couple things that were super funny. A couple of the guys that were there, actually Spooner, David Spooner, one of the coaches, was like, "What happened with the Instacart girl? What happened with the Instacart girl?" And and yeah, so I guess there was a big. Apparently, everyone was asking about what I got the Instacart girl's number, and hey, like, how did it go or whatever. And long story short, the Instacart person, she was like my mom's age. She was super nice. Uh, I don't think there was any romantic interest, but just to clarify. So nothing happened with her. and I meant to text her to kind of see if she ever showed up. I don't know. I didn't see her at any of the events. So on the weekend. So yeah, I hope she made it and hope she had fun. I don't know. But yeah, no, nothing. Instacart girl, no, nothing going on there. So let's see what other close the loop things. Yeah, a couple other comments that people gave me, which I thought were interesting, and I think squared with my own experience of looking at the broadcast. On one hand, I was very impressed with the broadcast. The media team seemed like they were super professional and on it, and um, the equipment was awesome, and you could kind of see that it wasn't just like a tripod camera off in the distance, kind of zoomed in, so you could kind of barely see what was going on the field. So that was kind of like a little bit honestly what I was expecting, to be honest. It was way cooler than that, obviously. The thing that people kept bringing up to me was they didn't, no one, what's it called? It was kind of like a Victor show. Again, I think I mentioned this also. Like they were had the cameras on him, and to be honest, it was. I mean, his stuff is he's amazing. He kills it. He's incredible. He's fun to watch. So I get it. Like on one hand, but it was also like he was kind of dominant in the whole field, and then it was me. Sorry, then it was Tyler and Thoreau and Artem, and then me kind of trailing off a little bit at one point. And for a while, we were all like super close in score. So, you know, uh, to give some commentary would have been good, maybe. I don't know. Would have been interesting, but okay. So I'm gonna check my phone because I don't know who texted me. See if there was anything. Um, where is my phone? Oh, okay. Nope, just a notification about an event I'm going to tomorrow. Oh, and yeah, obviously my phone is recording right now, so okay, I'm going to do a little bit of wound care. So, at the end of that event, event 4 or 7, I guess, I was super frustrated. I did a bunch of no reps. Finally, I knocked out 2, so I was like super pumped. So I hit the 5 toes to bar. I think it was crazy how I looked back at the time, and I looked back at the, what's it called? I looked back at the uh, recording, or sorry, the times, the overall results. And I saw that everyone finished within the first 5-10 minutes. I finished in I finished in 5 minutes, I think, or 5:10 or something. Time seemed like it was going by super slowly. So that 5 minutes, that like felt like an eternity that I was just trying to hit the toast bar over and over again and just repeatedly failing. And then finally, I hit it. And they were pretty close, those last 2 reps. But I think the judge at this point was like almost like rooting for me, maybe like just like, okay, dude, you got so close so many times. Like, I'm just going to give them to you. So, appreciate that. um, but yeah, no, I thought it was hilarious. Everyone thought that oh, the other thing people said when I was at the gym today was, what, oh, am I like too cool? It was like, everyone was like joking, or you're too cool to show up for class, like you're a games athlete now, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to class. I'm going to class tomorrow. Y'all, leave me alone. So, hey, there's someone with me. Who is it? Announce yourself. I see 2 people watching. So, okay. So yeah, what did I covered Sunday. I apologize for not getting on the stream like I said I would. Um, oh, a cool thing was obviously with my Instagram, with this YouTube thing, I've been trying to get more interested in involved, I guess, in the kind of media side or coverage, even just from an athlete's perspective of CrossFit, of the events. And so the other day I had the idea of, asking for help or getting some information from someone. So what I did was I messaged Savan Matosian, who people might know from his CrossFit podcast, and he's kind of like a veteran of CrossFit HQ and worked there for a long time doing media and on coverage for CrossFit and games and everything. And I messaged him on I DM'd him on what's it called, on Instagram. He didn't message me back for a little while, but he finally did. And then when I messaged him, he was he responded back finally, and he just said, "Hey," because I just said, "Hey, can you give me some advice?" And he has a pretty popular podcast that he does daily on YouTube, and so a little bit of inspiration from him here. And he was kind of brief. He just said, "Hey, just keep the reps in. No advice really besides just keep at it, keep going." So I'm going to take that as encouragement, even though there's only one person watching me talk about adaptive CrossFit stuff right now. That's cool. All right, that's we're just getting the reps in here. So yeah, um, another thing is I spent a lot of today and yesterday, a little bit in the evening and morning, working on just setting up my apartment stuff. So as you can see, I got this like little desk and bookshelf and chair here that I needed. This corner had a bunch of like storage stuff in it, and I hadn't removed anything. So I finally got around to kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with this little space. So I don't know. This could be a little nice little nighttime, nighttime zone. So okay. So what else? What else? Okay. Whoever's on this, if you want to ask me a question or something, I'm running out of thoughts, ideas. I mean, we keep it short today, but let me think. Oh, one thing was cool that I met a really cool games athlete on the plane. She was on the plane with me coming back. Her name is KK, but I think her real name is Katie. But she was in the standing division, and she won the standing division. And so I kind of saw her. She's like obviously looked like a CrossFit athlete, and I was just kind of smiling at me at one point. And then I just saw her in the terminal when we got off the plane, and so we talked. And so she's deaf, and so she has some cochlear implants. So we spent bit of time kind of walking to the baggage claim, talking about how we thought the event went, and just kind of reminiscing. So yeah, she's on track to graduate in December as the first deaf doctor of physical therapy ever, I think, is what she said. So shout out to KK. That's pretty freaking cool. And yeah, and she won. Congrats. So another thing, yeah, speaking of competitions and stuff, I was super stoked with my experience. I thought it was just super fun. I think I'm definitely interested in competing again as soon as possible. Tyler and I talked a little bit briefly about it. Maybe going to Sea Dog down in Florida for in January for which is Victor's gym. They have a competition, so that could be kind of cool. Um, and then obviously CrossFit Games, and then I think Water. No, sorry. Waterpalooza is in January. Is that what it is? And then what's it called? Waterpalooza is in January. Sea Dog is in like April. So yeah, that could be fun. So a little bit after the Open, it would be. I think it would be between the Open and semifinals probably. So yeah, that'd be super fun. And yeah, the training has begun for Games 2025. Wasted no time here. So yeah, Yeah, and oh, another thing that I came away with from the games was, again, and I shared this on Instagram. It was super super fun. It exceeded my expectations in a lot of ways. I think everyone, my family watching from home, everyone kind of at the gym so far, had a really really great experience watching the games, kind of following along, and I didn't know what to expect, but it was way, way, way cooler than I was expecting. And I hope that that WheelWOD, CrossFit Games, all the kind of sponsors, that everyone that made it happen is able to kind of keep that going, run it back next year, and we can grow and grow and grow. Um, and I think it was a very cool platform to showcase us as athletes, as being the people that we want. I think it was just going back to what Kevin Ogar said at the very beginning in the orientation, really giving it our all, doing our best to be the athletes and the people that we needed our younger selves to be back in the day. And I think that was, I think there's a lot of lessons that I've learned. First, trying to do Paralympics for a little while, and now kind of meddling in the world of adaptive CrossFit. I think, you know, even though it's only been 2 years, I have things to offer, including, and I think I'm looking forward to meeting with actually another athlete that reached out to me on Instagram, to kind of pick my brain, to kind of figure out what this whole journey entails and everything that goes into it. And so I'm looking forward to sharing with him about that. And yeah, I think so. It was really like mission accomplished. I hit the goal that I wanted, top five. Um, let's see, Sophia. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Keeping the reps up, keeping the reps in. Keep hitting those reps. But yeah, so Games 2025 top three is the plan. I think it's definitely doable. Hopefully Tyler is on the podium there with me, and we can kind of have a little American sweep 1-2 or something like that. 1-2, if he's watching. Yes, a little shade. Not shade, but no, it was fun. It was super fun competing, especially with Tyler. Um, I'm super grateful to have gotten to know him, got to meet him, and yeah, just super cool, super cool. Okay, so what was it? What was I saying about games, competition? Oh yeah, meeting. Getting to know a lot of people was just also just a super, super, super big highlight. We'll see, I guess next year what how deep the field gets. I think my impression, and this was also confirmed by Janella, my coach back in CrossFit Watsonville, how every year the adaptive divisions get a little bit more deep every year, as I mean kind of awareness builds, which is ultimately what we want, right? We want people to get involved. We want people to start doing CrossFit. We want people to take that chance. And hey, if they're a great athlete and they kind of make it through the rounds, great. Like, we'll bring it on, right? Like, I think steel sharpens steel. We want to make sure that I think that's the beauty of one of the things that's beautiful about CrossFit is the competition and the pushing each other in this kind of supportive environment. And that means, yeah, like tapping into that part of us that wants to win, that wants to do well. So again, yeah, super grateful for everyone who has helped me along this journey so far. And yeah, I hope that we can kind of run it back, and I hope that I can kind of keep going with with this YouTube stuff. Just get those reps in, kind of get in more regularly, kind of share what's going on, and eventually start bringing in some people too. I'm gonna try to get Tyler on. He's I think he's a little bit shy or something. So Tyler and Danny, maybe those guys can join us. I think they wanted to be here for some nighttime talk. So they really had fun with it. I think they said so. Yeah, I think that'd be great. So yeah, hopefully next time I can bring on some people. So and kind of have a conversation more open minded. Okay. It seems like, okay, so someone keeps dropping and joining. I keep trying to wrap it up, so I guess Sophia, it wasn't really a question, but just giving me a nice little affirmation. Thank you. I'm having fun. This is super fun. So, yeah, gosh, okay, what else? Anything else? Anything else? I can't think of anything. Cool. Well, guys, thanks so for tuning in, streaming, being here with me. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight, and all the previous kind of recaps of the games, and look forward to the next time. All right.